All right, so first and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutation and much love to you, Akim, out there, pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. This is the brother Oz from Great Millstone, Tampa, back with another lesson, Lord's will is edifying and exhorting. And let me just go ahead and start off here in 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. So he's lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, right? So with the elect, all right, the hopeful elect, all right, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, all right, his plots, his agendas, all right, his motives, everything that he's doing, we've already been saying he was going to do, all right? So we're not ignorant to all these things that are coming out and where it's leading to, all right? Because as watchmen, all right, the Lord has sent us to be watching the prophecies so that we can measure the times, okay? And everybody else was laughing and lollygagging. We were standing on our watch, okay, on the watchtower, and foreseeing, all right, the things that were coming, you know, and through the scriptures first and foremost. All right, so we're gonna go into the mark of the beast today. He's gonna bring out some articles and videos, you know, of what their agenda, man, their devices, and it's all in the name of saving the earth and you know, this is the solution for what's currently going on in the world. All right, so you know, you have the green initiative and all the save the planet, okay, global warming, all that nonsense. So here's a article here on paymentsjournal.com. It says the future of plastic payment cards, so your credit cards, debit cards, so, you know, so on and so forth. It says the days of the plastic payment card are surely numbered. While they account for only a small fraction of a percentage of all the plastic items manufactured globally, there are still several billion being issued each year. All right. And what have we been saying for years? All right, here at Great Millstone, that it was going to come a time where they were going to make a payment system digital. All right. Matter of fact, let's go to the Revelation 13. All right, because we've been saying this over and over what the mark of the beast was, which is the microchip, all right, or the implantable microchip, RFID, NFC, whatever you want to call it. Okay, this is Revelation 13 and 16. Get straight to the point. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, which is the word charagma, which is the actual implantable device. All right, charagma. And then to go into the root word of that is karax, which is the delivery method, which they've been test running for all you idiots out there that took the Jesus juice or the venom snake poison, the snake's poison. All right, that's the same delivery method. All right, it says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell. So this mark is going to allow you to buy and sell things. And what are they currently doing with the money system? They're moving it digital currencies. All right. They allowed you people to get rich off of these cryptocurrencies just to condition you to get used to that digital stuff. Okay. But now look at the crypto market crashing. Bitcoin is I think is at 19,000 right now through. Ethereum is like at 800 or 900 through. See, all you people thinking it's gonna bounce back. No, the new frontier is here. Now is the CBDCs are coming. Those cryptocurrencies have run their course. They've served their purpose, and now it's time to bring in what you're gonna be using to buy and sell now through this chip. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So this mark of the beast is going to allow you to buy and sell. And now currently you can use your credit cards to buy and sell digitally, so to say. Okay, well, not really, but you'll see as we go on. It says, but environmental concerns. See, here goes the environmental concerns. The eco, save the earth, save the penguins. You know, green initiative. Concerns mean that plastic cards, which technically are made from polyvinyl chloride, better known as PVC, are becoming unpopular with consumers. They are also expensive to issue, costing around $7 a piece. That's why. Says that's why the market, that's why we are starting to see alternatives hitting the market. And what's going to be the ultimate alternative? Well, not alternative, is the only option. Because without it, you're not going to be able to buy and sell. So the only option is going to be the chip. It says including cards made with PLA, wood, metal, recycled PVC, blah, blah, blah. And going into how they need to get rid of the plastic. But here goes. This is the main point of the article. Why use physical cards at all? Advances in payments technology, and the technology is already here. The infrastructure is already set in place. Everywhere you go, contactless payment is set up. Even at a mom and pop shop, even at the bodega in the hood. Okay, advances in payments technology and infrastructure mean that many of us don't need to use physical cards, right? No matter what material they're made of anymore. We simply use our smartphones or wearables. See, they've been conditioning people to use wearables. Activating Apple Pay or Google Pay or Samsung Pay in a matter of seconds, make our purchase, and we're on our way again. See, convenience. And this is how they're going to push that. And for other purposes, okay, which we're going to get into as well. This chip is going to serve a variety of purposes, but the scripture specifically points out the buying and selling, okay? Because ultimately you're submitting to the beast, all right? You're worshiping the image, the beast, and receiving his mark. You're proclaiming this is your God, and you're his servant by taking that mark, all right? That digital all. Says the growth in so-called tokenized payment solutions, which allow users to make card payments without actually using the card itself, has undoubtedly been driven by consumer demand. All right, so you can, Lord's well, remember to put this in the description box. But I'm not gonna read it all. I'll just read this last paragraph here. It says, Salaki, it says, many people don't want to carry their wallet or purse around with them, so they are asking for digital wallets instead. See, we've been saying this, man. Walletmore is a company now making digital wallet. All your information. You don't need an ID card. You don't need a credit card. You don't need business cards. You don't need this and that. And all right, all of it can be on that chip, easily accessible. It says these wallets live in our smartphones alongside all of the other essential services. What if you lose your phone though? Okay, and it says wallets are over. Your phone is your everything now. Until what if you lose your phone? Which now with the metaverse, all right, and all these new technologies, they're saying that look, soon your phone's going to be right in you can wear some glasses, or with those brain implants, it's going to be right there. You just pop up, you'll be able to see it, answer calls. This is where this devil is leading to. This is what he wants, man. He wants to be as he's the Most High. Okay, what is that? 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, maybe. All right, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, which is the devil, Esau, Edom, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worship. So that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. So he wants to be at the Most High. He wants to control your every thought, or monitor your every thought, monitor your every transaction. Okay, and he wants to upgrade you. Biohacking, cyborg this, cyborg that. He's saying that he can make you better with this technology because he thinks he's the Most High. He thinks he can make everything better with his technology, which actually is killing everything. All right, but it says here in some cases we don't even need our phone and can use a wearable device. Yeah, that wearable device is going to be implanted into you, such as a fitness tracker, a ring, or watch to make the payment. It is incredibly silk and convenient process for the consumer. However, it does mean that financial service provider that issued the card has slipped out of sight somewhat. Cards, particularly those that are made of metal or with a personalized card face, blah, blah, blah. All right, so here it is. I got another article here from a couple weeks back. It's a newsweek.com. You can get a payment chip implanted in your hand for $200. There you go. Polish-British company. And what did we read in Revelation 13? In his right hand, right? And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. The Neuralink brain implants and now chips in your hands, right? Polish, and we've been saying this, and people ridiculed us, scoffed at us, and now that all this is coming out, let's see what these other camps that mocked us and denied it, let's see what they got to say when they start chipping people in stations. It says a Polish-British company is offering individuals the opportunity to receive a subcutaneous implant inside the hand, subcutaneous implant inside the hand that is capable of making payments like any credit card or digital payment. Then we just read about credit cards and digital payments through phones and Apple Pays and watches and whatnot, wearables. Well, now you can use that with an implantable device to make payments. What are payments? Buying and selling, right? Let's get a definition here. Dictionary of payments. Oh, come on. Really? Let's go to the etymology then. Payment. Payment. Action of paying. Repayment of debt. Well, you're in debt. You got debt notes, don't you? Fiat currency is nothing but a debt note. It says it right on your money. Take a look. It says thing or sum of money given in a discharge. That's a transaction. Meaning buying or selling. Okay? It's plain and simple. It's not rocket science here. So you got to ask yourself, what's going to be inserted, implanted, all right, graved into you to allow you to buy and sell, right? Because if you go to the Qur'an, let's go to it for all the naysayers out there. And let's see what it says in the King James. It says he required everyone, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to be given a mark on the right hand or on the forehead, and no one could buy or sell anything without the mark. Okay, so let's go here. Mark, charagma, imprint, an imprinted mark. Okay, something branded upon horses, carved, sculpture, graven. What's going to be graven into you? What's going to be carved into you? Well, it's going to be that chip. And again, the Qur'an, all right, pale, a stake. What is that? It inserts into you. Cuts into you, because you go into this word here, where is it at? Scratching. It means if you go into the etymology of scratch, okay, it goes into a slight tear of the skin. So the Qur'an is going to make a slight tear of the skin, all right, to imprint you with this, the mark, which is this we're reading about, the payment chip. It says the company called Walletmore is selling microchips the size of a small safety pin. Yeah, see, they had to change up the verbiage because we've been, or the words they're using, because we've been saying the small grain of rice, size of a small grain of rice for years, decades. All right. So there's a safety pin that is implanted under the skin of the individual's hand and costs just over $200. According to the company, more than 200 individuals have already received the microchip, and Walletmore believes it's because people do not want to worry about losing their wallets or getting their bank cards stolen. See, convenience, and then out of necessity very soon, because when all these things that are happening with the economy crashing, or the markets are down, okay, war, food shortages, famine is coming. So if you can't even buy the food, and the food is already limited, well, it's going to be out of necessity that you need this chip to buy. Okay, see, they're putting your back against the wall. All right, let's go to Revelation chapter 3. This time is upon us, man. Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And that's when they start implementing this, a mandatory implementation of this chip. If not, you can't partake in society. You won't be able to buy anything. All right, you won't be able to do nothing. All right, you won't be able to go to work if you're even any work. You won't be able to get food. You won't be able to get gas. You won't be able to pay your bills. So you will be rendered useless to society. And Esau's going to start rounding those people up and throwing you into camps, martial law, concentration camps. It's all coming, man. So this time of our temptation is quickly approaching. The stage is set for it. All right. A national study conducted by Biostat found that more than 72% of Poles worried about having their wallet or card stolen or lost. Nearly 47% also said they would receive an implant if it was completely free. And there it is. That's the MOTB, the mark of the beast right there. Whether you want to believe it or not, you'll find out. If you don't believe it, you'll find out when your ribs are hurting. All right, when your stomach is eating itself out because you haven't ate. All right, and the only way to eat is to get this, lest you be protected by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. The implant will allow individuals to make payments without having to carry around any form of physical payment, such as a mobile phone or a card. No man can buy or sell without the mark. I'm telling you, it can replace a bulky wallet and is a convenient alternative to a credit card or a device with a payment function. All right, so I mean, you could read on there. You know, the point has been made. All right. Oh, here's another aspect they're going to use it for, though. The idea of microchip implementation is nothing new. With some people in Sweden seeking to receive microchips containing the you know who records, but this is the first case in which these chips is used to make payments. There you go, man. It's all going to be for multiple purposes, so they can the social score, your blueprint, your global, or was it the carbon footprint? They're gonna track all of that. Well, that's their plans anyway. They want to track all of that, and they're gonna start to do it, but they're not gonna finish their enterprise. Okay, let's go to Job. What's that? Job 5:20 maybe. Okay, yep. Job 5:12. He disappointed the devices of their crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So, the Lord's going to stop them before they're able to complete their enterprise, which is to chip everybody around the world, all right, and completely set up their new world order. All right, Job 20:22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall be upon him. Right. So, as he's thinking that he's going to be setting up his new world order completely, he's going to be in straits, a position of difficulty, okay, because people are going to be fighting against him. All right, the laborers go into the word wicked there is really laborers, and that's, you know, the people that are going to come up against this society, man, or come up against the beast. All right, whether they be Israelites, other Edomites, because Edom is divided. All right, but verse 23, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. All right, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. So, hey, the missiles are going to come before he finishes his enterprise, man. He's going to get close, but the Lord is going to return, and the missiles will be shot off. All right. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. So, hey, this man is through. Okay. So, let me just play this clip here just to give you a little, because this is what's going on, man. They're setting up the stage for this. And this is at the World Economic Forum, which many brothers have already seen these videos. But, you know, this was a daily thing they were doing. Or actually, this was a year ago. This one was 2020, actually, the last one they had. So this is not even the newest one. But look what they're talking. What were they talking about back then? Well, let's find out.
At MIT, and David Marcus of Calibra and of Facebook. So Nahal, I'll turn to you to kick us off. Could you please walk us through some of the terminology? It's quite confusing in this space. Give us a sense of definitions. Are we talking about Bitcoin, or what is this?
Yeah, thanks, Sheila. It's definitely a bit confusing because of the cryptocurrency craze. I think what's happened is that cryptocurrencies have inspired us to rethink the way that we move and transmit value and what we can do with it. We have things like cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, which...
See, there you go. And those things have served their purposes. Those cryptocurrencies have served their purpose. Now it's time for them to move on to the next stage.
It's not actually what we're talking about today. We're talking more about digital currency. The idea here is that we're talking about a form of currency that's perhaps public, issued by a central bank, or perhaps private, issued by an institution.
Right, so she's made a distinction between the cryptocurrencies and digital currencies, okay? And again, this is in 2020. This is not the newest one. Forum, World Economic Forum of Davos. This is the 2021.
It's something that corresponds to what we know more commonly as government currencies or fiat currency.
Fiat currency. What is currently fiat currency? That green paper, the money, the fiat currency, the American dollar. That's the fiat currency. So they're making that digital. It's plain as day, man.
In addition to that, we've seen some innovation in the cryptocurrency blockchain world, and things have been created called stable coins. The idea behind a stable coin, some examples of these are USDC or Tether. The idea behind a stable coin is that either someone stores government currency in a bank account one-to-one and issues a digital token representing that, or there are some really more interesting complex ideas that are based on collateral and algorithms to maintain a stable peg. In addition to that, we have digital assets more broadly. These might be a form of digital gold or real estate, equities.
Notice they have the comments turned off.
Commodities. The idea here is by wrapping these assets in software, we can enable new ways of storing and transmitting them.
Thank you. Could you say a bit about blockchain technology? Because there's a lot of conflation, I think, with this concept of digital currency and of blockchain technology. And what are the distinctions, if any?
I think we were definitely inspired by blockchains and cryptocurrencies to rethink how these things could be built. But it's important to note that digital currency doesn't necessarily require a blockchain-like data structure behind it. We could implement digital currency in many different ways. In fact, many people say to me, don't we already have digital currency? I make payments electronically. I transfer money electronically. How is this any different? I think the key idea here is that we're talking about a different interface. We're talking about something that a user or a company can hold directly, not necessarily through another institution like a bank.
Right, and that's why if you notice around your town, your cities, they're closing down banks. All right, the branches are closing, or there are certain different banks are coming together. They're subsidizing, because they don't need banks soon. What the hell they gonna need a bank for? You're not gonna be able to take any money out anyway. So they're getting rid of that. So it's gonna be a direct link between the CBDCs, the central bank, and you. Okay.
So Thurman, I'll turn to you. Given this framing of digital currencies and our understanding of them, what's the opportunity? Why is this exciting?
Well, I think that's a good question. Or what's the problem? And before we sort of continue this horse race of all the different initiatives, we've got to ask ourselves, what are the real use cases? Where are we going to add value? What gaps are we trying to plug? What inefficiencies are we trying to sort of get around? And I think the three big use cases are first in cross-border payments, most especially for people who are not making large payments. And the largest case of people who are not making large payments is the remittance business involving
And notice there's 666 back there. World Economic Forum. The O's are designed with the line through them to make 666. Hey, the number of his name, 666.
Workers of one form or another. That's a big business. It's currently, by and large, quite inefficient, not always reliable, and it costs too much. And if you're only making a payment of $100, that's the cost required, the fixed fee, is not a trivial sum. That's one thing. Second, financial inclusion. And here, I think what we are seeing in digital tokens, mobile wallets, etc., is broadly about digital inclusion. And it started off with credit schemes and the like, but now you have the opportunity for payments to be made by small enterprises, micro enterprises, individual farmers. Everyone can actually partake in the modern economy. And it's an example of how fintech is actually broadening access, lowering costs, and including people in the new economy. So I think that's potentially quite a large use case.
Right, because the new economy is going to have everyone chipped up. That's why everyone's going to, well, not everyone, but anybody that takes the chip is going to be able to make transactions anywhere. Doesn't matter. You don't need to convert your money, okay, from the yen to the dollar or the ruble to the yuan. It doesn't matter. It's all going to be digital, okay? It's all going to be digital. It's the new world order.
And particularly for emerging countries, I think it's really significant. Thirdly, on the defensive side, I would say there's an opportunity to reduce and, if possible, root out the very large volume of illicit finance that takes place globally. And digital tokens are either part of the solution or they're part of the problem. Today, by and large, they're part of the problem.
Right, because people are using those cryptos to launder money, pretty much. Same thing with cash. So hey, that's why I said defense. You know, they can defend against that now, because through the CBDCs, they're going to be able to track your every payment. All right, they're going to be track everything precisely. Okay, in real time.
It's well known that a large part of cryptocurrency usage is really for illicit finance of one form or another. But well regulated, with enough visibility, with enough public policy.
And that's why he wants to be as the Most High. He wants to see your every transaction. He wants to see everything. All right. You heard what he said. Well monitored. Let's run it back.
Currency usage is really for illicit finance of one form or another. But well regulated, with enough visibility.
Well regulated with enough visibility. Who can see all things? It says the scriptures say the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. The Lord sees it all. All right. This man wants to see it all now. Is this the man?
With enough public policy as part of this governing.
You know, I'll put that in the description box as well. So we'll go ahead and finish it off on here, because if you take this mark, you're going to be destroyed. Okay, point blank, period. Revelation 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image. So if you're worshiping the beast, which is the EU, okay, America, NATO, this European, because where is this is being mainly pushed out of? Europe, okay, in the Western countries, America, but mainly Europe, the beast. So if you're worshiping the beast and his image, the philosophies, the new world order, the democracy, all that nonsense, you're going to be getting down with them. You're getting down with them. Well, you're going to take their mark. It says, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehand or in his hand, it's like forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So we read that in the book of Job as well. So the glittering sword, all right, that's what's gonna. When his enterprise comes to an end, you're gonna end with him if you partake in his new world order, okay? Which to partake in it, you're gonna have to take that mark and worship the beast in his image. All right, but those that do not receive that mark are gonna get the witness. You guys get destroyed. Revelation 15:2. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire. That's that same fire and brimstone that's going to be burning these people up that worship the beast in his image and receive his mark. And them that had gotten the victory over the beast and over his image and over his mark and over the number of his name stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. You know, so we're going to get the look down from the chariots while we're praising Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right, and being affrighted because we're scarcely going to be saved. We're going to be seeing the destruction of Babylon and the destruction of the beast. All right, so with that, Lord's will is edifying. So next time I say Shalom.